So everyone talks about how great Central Ohio is, but what they don't tell you are the downsides. And if you're thinking about moving here, these are the things you'll want to know before making your decision to move here. Hey there, if we haven't met yet, I'm Kayleen with the Antrit Group at Keller Williams Consultants Realty. And I help people relocate to Central Ohio every single week. If you're thinking about making a move here, feel free to reach out, call, text, or fill out the relocation form below. Let's get into the things no one tells you. First up is property taxes. Property taxes can shock you. One thing that catches a lot of people off guard when they move here to Central Ohio is the property taxes. A lot of buyers assume that if two homes are the same price, same size, they'll have similar monthly payments, but that's not true. That's very inaccurate. It's just not the case. I've seen two nearly identical homes. One has property taxes that are thousands of dollars higher than the other. And you ask why? It usually comes down to a few factors that people don't think about. Number one is the school district. School district does matter, whether it's new construction or resale. So that also matters a lot. And whether the property is inside or outside city limits. These differences can have a huge impact on your monthly mortgage payment. So that's why I always tell my buyers not to focus only on the purchase price. We need to look at the total monthly cost, including taxes, insurance, and if the home has an HOA. So there are not any surprises after you move in. We don't want you just focusing on purchase price and then the taxes or you have HOA that you weren't expecting. No surprises here. So new builds aren't always a better deal. Sometimes they are. So another thing that surprises a lot of people moving here is new construction. And don't get me wrong, I completely understand the appeal. Everything is brand new. You get to choose the finishes and it's exciting to build your new home and it's nobody else has lived there. So it's awesome. But here's what a lot of buyers don't realize and they don't think about when they are considering new construction. The price you see online is usually just the starting price. Once you start adding the upgrades that most people want, things like better quality cabinets, flooring, countertops, or even a finished basement, the price can increase pretty quickly and dramatically. Then you have lot premiums. If you want a larger lot, a wooded view, or a home that backs up the green space, you don't want neighbors in the backyard watching you, there's a lot premium. So think about that. And in many new construction communities, you're paying more for newer homes, but getting much smaller yard than you would find with a resale home. So really definitely look at your comparable resale so you can compare. That's why I always encourage buyers to compare both new construction and existing homes. Sometimes a resale home gives you more square footage, a larger yard, mature landscaping, and upgrades that aren't already included in the new build, all for about the same price as that new build. So depending on what you really want, if you want that new of everything, then you are going to pay the price for that. But just compare what is out there in the area that you're looking in and in the price point. Here's one piece of advice I can stress enough. If you're considering a new build, take your own realtor with you from the very, very beginning. The sales consultant that works for the new build rep, they represent the builder. They do not represent you. Make sure you have somebody that is watching out for your best interest. The good news is that having your own realtor typically doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does give you somebody who's negotiating on your behalf, helping you understand the contract and making sure your best interests are protected throughout the entire process. Sometimes realtors can give you some things free, can give you a lot that's better because they know how to negotiate, that they know what questions to ask. So definitely always have your realtor with you when you build new. Another thing to think about is our winter. One of the things I usually actually love about Central Ohio is that we experience all four seasons. We have beautiful springs, warm summers, gorgeous falls, and winter, gray winters. But we do have winter. But if I'm being honest, it's not usually the snow that surprises people. It's the gray skies. During the winter months, we can go through stretches of cloudy, overcasty days. And if you're moving here from places like Florida, Arizona, or California, it can take some time to getting used to because you're used to the sun. We unfortunately don't have sun every day. For a lot of people, it's the lack of sunshine more than the cold temperatures that takes the biggest adjustment. It's definitely something to keep in mind if you're relocating from a warmer, sunnier climate. Next thing that people talk about here is about our traffic. Traffic is getting worse than it has been. Everybody always says in Central Ohio, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to get anywhere, and that's typically true for the most part. But Central Ohio has been experiencing tremendous growth over this last several years. And with that growth comes more traffic, more cars on the road. So roads like 270, 23, 315, 33, and 70 are definitely busier than we used to be, especially during rush hour. Rush hour, expect longer commutes. Just don't get frustrated. Now, if you're relocating from a city like Chicago, Atlanta, or LA, our traffic probably won't seem that bad to you. The good news is that compared to many larger metro areas, Central Ohio, it's still very manageable. Just know that commute times are getting a little longer as more people continue to move to the area. Not all areas perform the same. This is something a lot of people don't realize until it's too late. Two neighborhoods can look very similar, but one sells quickly, one sits, one appreciates better. Where you buy does matter just as much as what you buy. So location, location, location. They say that for a reason. School districts matter. Even if you don't have kids, I hear people like, I don't have kids, I don't have to worry about schools, but you do. Even if schools don't matter to you personally, they will matter to the market. They will matter when you go to sell. They affect resale value. They affect demand and taxes. Buying in the wrong district can limit your future options. So just think about that. You may not care about the schools right now, but you will care when it comes to sell. Now, don't get me wrong, Central Ohio is a great place to live. I do love it here. But if you understand these downsides going in, you can make a better decision and avoid surprises later. I want you excited when you move here. I don't want any surprises after you move in. But if you're thinking about relocating, I'd love to help you navigate all of this and find the right area for you. So reach out anytime. You can call, you can text, or fill out the relocation form below, and I'll reach out and we can chat about it. And if this was helpful at all to you, make sure you like and subscribe and check out my next video on what it's like to really live in Central Ohio.